For thousands of years, one castle has stood in the frozen north of Westeros, older than most kingdoms and older than many recorded histories. This castle is Winterfell, the ancestral home of House Stark. To the people of the north, Winterfell represents honor, tradition, and strength. But beneath its ancient stone walls lies a history filled with strange traditions, forgotten tunnels, and secrets buried deep in the crypts. Some of these secrets date back thousands of years, to the time of the first men, and some may even be connected to the ancient war against the White Walkers. So today, we are going to explore the dark secrets hidden inside Winterfell. The story of Winterfell begins with a legendary figure known as Bran the Builder. According to northern legends, Bran the Builder lived thousands of years ago during the Age of Heroes. He is believed to have built several of the most famous structures in Westeros, including the massive fortress known as the Wall. The same legends claim he also built Winterfell. If these stories are true, then Winterfell is one of the oldest castles in the entire world of Westeros. But what makes this even more interesting is how the castle was built. Unlike most castles that were designed purely for defense, Winterfell was constructed in a very unusual way. Its layout is complex, with multiple inner walls, towers, courtyards, and underground structures. Some maesters believe that parts of the castle were expanded and rebuilt many times over thousands of years. This means that the current castle may actually sit on top of even older structures, and those older structures may contain secrets that no one fully understands anymore. One of the most unusual features of Winterfell is the presence of natural hot springs beneath the castle. These hot springs are incredibly important because they keep the castle warm even during the harshest northern winters. Warm water flows through channels in the walls, heating the rooms and preventing the castle from freezing. This is why Winterfell can remain comfortable even when snow covers the entire region. But the real mystery is why these hot springs exist in the first place. Some maesters believe they are simply natural geological formations. However, others believe something far more unusual may be involved. Many ancient castles in Westeros were built near sources of magical power, and since Winterfell is associated with the first men and the old gods, some believe the springs may be connected to ancient magic. This theory becomes even more interesting when we look at what lies beneath the castle. Beneath Winterfell lies one of the most famous burial sites in Westeros, the crypts of House Stark. For thousands of years, the kings and lords of House Stark have been buried here. Each tomb is marked with a stone statue of the dead ruler. At the feet of every statue sits a stone direwolf, representing the Stark sigil. These statues are not just decorations, they are part of an ancient tradition meant to protect the dead. Each Stark king is buried with a sword placed across his lap. According to northern legend, the sword is meant to keep the spirit of the dead king from rising. But this raises an interesting question. Why would the Starks believe their dead might rise? Some historians think this tradition may have originated during the ancient war against the White Walkers. If the Starks had seen the dead rise before, it would explain why they took these precautions. Most people only see the upper levels of the crypts, but the tunnels go much deeper than that. As the Stark family grew over thousands of years, new levels were built beneath the older ones. Eventually, some of the deepest tunnels became unstable. Parts of them collapsed and were abandoned. Very few people are allowed to explore these lower levels, and even fewer know exactly how deep they go. Some maesters believe there may be chambers that have not been opened for centuries. If that is true, those chambers may contain artifacts or secrets from the earliest days of Winterfell. Winterfell is famous for its hidden tunnels. These secret passages were built for many different reasons. Some were designed as escape routes during sieges. Others were created to allow the lords of Winterfell to move through the castle without being seen. During the War of the Five Kings, these tunnels became extremely important. When Theon Greyjoy captured Winterfell, the Stark loyalists used these passages to escape. Even after thousands of years, many of these tunnels remain unexplored, which means there could still be hidden rooms inside the castle. Another mysterious part of Winterfell is its ancient godswood. The godswood contains a large weirwood tree connected to the worship of the old gods. For the first men, these trees were sacred. They believed the spirits of their ancestors could watch the world through the carved faces of the trees. This belief continued through generations of Stark rulers. Even in the time of Eddard Stark, the old gods were still worshipped in the godswood. Because of this connection, some fans believe Winterfell may have been built on a place of ancient magical importance. The Age of Heroes was one of the most mysterious periods in Westerosi history. Many of the stories from this time are legends rather than confirmed facts, but Winterfell played an important role during this era. The Stark kings ruled the north long before the arrival of the Andals. During this time, they fought wars against rival kings and defended the north from outside threats. Some of these battles may have taken place long before the events recorded in written history. Thousands of years after Winterfell was built, a new power arrived in Westeros. This power came from the dragon lords of House Targaryen. When Aegon I Targaryen began his conquest of Westeros, the Stark king at the time was Torrhen Stark. Torrhen marched south with a massive army, but when he saw Aegon's dragons, he made a difficult decision. Instead of fighting, he bent the knee. From that moment forward, the Starks ruled the north as wardens under the Iron Throne.
During the War of the Five Kings, Winterfell experienced one of the darkest moments in its history. The castle was captured and burned. Large sections were destroyed. Many believed Winterfell might never recover, but like House Stark itself, the castle survived. Later, during the war against the White Walkers, Winterfell became the center of the final battle. Once again, the ancient castle stood against the forces of darkness.
Winterfell has survived thousands of years of war, conquest, and winter. Many castles have fallen during that time, but Winterfell still stands. The true secret of Winterfell may not be hidden tunnels or ancient magic. It may simply be the people who defended it for generations. From the Age of Heroes to the time of Jon Snow, the Starks protected the North and kept their traditions alive. And as long as the North remembers, the story of Winterfell will never truly fade. Winterfell is more than just a castle. It is one of the oldest and most mysterious places in the world of Game of Thrones. And who knows what other secrets might still be hidden beneath its ancient stones. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more hidden lore from the world of Westeros, make sure to subscribe and comment what topic you want next. And if you want a part 2 exploring the hidden secrets of the North, let me know in the comments below.